I was encouraged to eat low cholesterol, low saturated fat diet. I mean, I grew up consuming margarine, and I remember the big plastic tub of corn oil that we always had out by the stove.
Yep.
Crazy. Yeah.
Crazy they trick people into taking that stuff. And that's also when you see like incidences of Alzheimer's kick in. Like a lot of that starts to happen right when ultra processed foods get introduced into the American diet. You see an uptick in Alzheimer's.
Yeah. Well, we now have data. So like even when I wrote my first book, Genius Foods, this data hadn't even yet come out yet, but we now see for every 10% increment in ultra processed food consumption, there's a 25% higher risk of developing Alzheimer's disease.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's like it's the craziest scam to ever get pulled off, that the commonly known foods that people have eaten for eternity, forever, are the ones that are the problem. And that these ultra processed foods that have recently been introduced, fairly recently been introduced into the American diet, those are the things that you should gravitate towards.
And you still have these personas on social media, credentialed social media personas going to bat for them.
Yeah.
You know, acting as apologists.
And getting paid.
And getting paid.
And getting paid, which is the dark part of it. It's like they are committing a crime against humans. It's an information crime against humans, and it will result in those people taking choices that are negatively going to affect their life.
There was 100%. There was an umbrella review just published. People can look it up. Ultra-processed food consumption linked to 32 negative health outcomes. In this review, they looked at all of the available research linking ultra-processed foods to to negative health outcomes. They couldn't find one single benefit of ultra-processed food consumption. It was all bad. And again, I think it goes back to the fact that these foods are, you know, we tend to overconsume them, and they're a route of ingestion for these, you know, for these forever chemicals and the like. It's just not good. They drive obesity. They drive insulin resistance when consumed en masse. I'm not saying that you can't consume any. I think, you know, like, I think it's important to be a pragmatist, and it's not like my diet is 100% free of ultra processed foods, but we consume too many today. And I think part of that has to do with the fact that we're not adequately taught. It's never informed consent. We're not adequately taught how these foods influence behavior. And yeah, it's very unfortunate.